I was thinking about the story of King Rehoboam after the death of his father, King Solomon. You know, the people of Israel came to him requesting that the heavy yoke his father had put on them during his reign would be lightened. In 1 Kings 12:5, his response was, "Go away for 3 days and then come back to me." So the people went away. During those 3 days, King Rehoboam sought advice. He first went to the elders who had served his father, King Solomon, and they said to him in verse 7, "If today you will be a servant to these people and serve them and give them a favorable answer, they will always be your servants." Sad to say, he rejected their advice and went to his peers, the young men he had grown up with, and they told him to say, "My little finger is thicker than my father's waist. My father laid on you a heavy yoke. I will make it even heavier. My father scourged you with whips. I will scourge you with scorpions." Now, that to me does not sound like very good advice. But foolishly, Rehoboam listened to the unwise counsel of his young friends. That counsel was to increase the people's burden and assert his power over them. As a result, the nation of Israel was fractured into two parts. His decision shattered any hope of unity between the northern and the southern tribes. Well, this got me thinking. We are all influenced by the people around us, and we ourselves are influencers. So, who are the influencers in our lives? Are they people who add to our lives by causing us to flourish? Or do they challenge us to greater heights we never imagined? Or do they subtract from our lives, causing us to be divided or destroyed? Do they cripple the dreams we have or corrupt our character? These influencers will either make or mar our lives and our destinies. 1 Corinthians 15:33 says, "Do not be misled. Bad company corrupts good character." Proverbs 13:16 says, "Every prudent man acts out of knowledge, but a fool exposes his folly." Proverbs 19:20 says, "Listen to advice and accept instruction, and in the end, you will be wise." My question to you today is this: who do you turn to for advice? Are they people who have experience? Do they have your best interest at hand? Can they be trusted? I don't know if you noticed, but Rehoboam went to the elders and his peers for advice, but he did not go to God for direction. Yes, we need people around us to turn to, but we should never forget God in the equation. I believe the outcome of Rehoboam's kingdom could have been very different if he had just turned to God for advice. He would have known what was the right thing to do and what was the wrong thing. He would have been able to differentiate between wisdom and foolishness. So I leave you with this thought: whose ear do you have?